In 2014, the Green Innovation Centers, short GIC, program was launched. The GIC program covers 14 countries in Africa and India and Vietnam. Through its 15 innovation centers, the GIC network collaborates with over 150 partner organizations. The focus of the work is on smallholdings in 21 selected value chains. In each country, the GIC supports 2 to 4 value chains. The aims of the Green Innovation Centers are to increase smallholder income, boost employment, and improve regional food supply. The GIC supports dairy smallholdings through the Green Innovation Centers Dairy Expert Group, in short GDEG. This network covers the milk value chain and works in Tunisia, Kenya, and Zambia. The GDEG is set up by 3 national groups of 8 to 12 members each, representing the value chain and priority regions of the country. The main focus is on exchanging knowledge, experience, and new methods and techniques, in order to help smallholder farmers and companies to adopt innovations and thus increase income and create employment.
There've been a lot to learn, especially Tunisians. They are very innovative on simple things that can work, like what I saw with them from their video and sharing is they have this innovative way of having milk collection carriers that are kind of refrigerated in a simple way using solar.
Enjoyed most about the group was the inter-country interaction. Particularly with the Kenyan dairy experts. I think their market is similar to ours, and they share a lot of the same challenges that we challenge. So to be able to learn a little bit from them, share ideas.
In terms of our experiences, particularly with the people in Tunisia who use a totally different approach in how they manage the animals, their feeding, again, is a model that I felt that if we are able to put in practice in our own environment, again, would help to reduce, like I say, the cost of production.
Whether we meet in Germany, we share on online platform, but it's been a very, very good way of doing things. And we find like you get, like I have invitation from Zambians, they want you to go and judge in their livestock show, something like that. So they appreciate the kind of work you do. Somebody needs something from Kenya, they ask you, can you tell us how I can get ABCD? We want forage choppers from Kenya. How do we go about it? So it's not only on the dairy, but now it is life. I have lifelong friends that you can depend on.
The dairy expert group cannot implement. And there are 2 scenarios that then you'd be left with. Scenario number 1 is where me, Joseph, as a person who is a member of the dairy expert group, get the information that they shared, and I take this is my information to keep. And so the information gets what you call a dead end. The other one is where I take a personal initiative and then escalate now the same runnings to the people that I represent. And now it is up to them to see how they implement.
But as I've said, creating jobs on the side of DFAs, yes. They've been empowered, and we expect that their presence with the farmers, that ripple effect, that they have somebody that they can bank on to advise them there and then, will help them produce better or manage the animal better, hence increase productivity.
The group is able to influence some decision making in the sector. So, so that has brought some difference, because what we learn when we go out there, and then when you are given an opportunity or in a meeting, we are trying to change the way things are done. And in most cases, people realize to say that, okay, so what is being said here is the correct thing. And when you are lucky, you find what you are trying to bring across is the same thing that is being implemented. And the change is brought up in the dairy sector. A
lot of upcoming farmers within the southern province, in the area that GIZ are working as well, are very good farmers. They understand animal husbandry, but they're not particularly knowledgeable on how to feed their animals to optimize their production. So we have done quite a lot of extension work, both with cooperatives and individual farmers, to try and train them on how to feed their animals, how to plan their forage flows through the dry parts of the season of the year here, in order to try and boost their production. And it's actually been very successful. We've been really pleased with how that's gone. We're going from zero to hero. We're going from almost nowhere, and it's amazing how quickly you can make a big change. Such an initiative. So we're really pleased.
That knowledge exchange that was happening, it needs to continue, because like I'm saying, like in our case, the Zambia dairy industry, there's so much room for its development. We haven't really reached at that stage where we can say, oh no, we've learned enough from the exchange information that we have. No, we are still developing our industry.
In terms of the role that the group then would play in having a permanent mark, would be to be a forum that doesn't stop at exchange of information and learning. That then there is also a deliberate attempt to have the dairy experts group being able to showcase some of these learnings and experiences, either at partner level or even at levels which have been deliberately created to enable implementing partners to be able to put into practice this information.
I think what the group, as just a discussion forum, lacked is a purpose. What specific outcomes were we trying to achieve? And there wasn't any specific outcomes. There was some general to learn, to share, to help promote the industry. And I think that all of us on the Dairy Expert Group have those aims individually, but we didn't have any group aims, what we are actually specifically trying to achieve. As I said, I had hoped that there would be greater sort of interaction with the projects that GIZ have been doing in the dairy field in Zambia.
But I think next time more inter-African country visits should add to Germany seminars. You get what I mean? Having the two Zambians come to Kenya to see what do they relate with, and having Kenyans go to Zambia to relate and also advise where they've seen this. You get, because being the third world economy and the like, we may see what really you can relate to. Germany is an eye-opener to tell people it can be done. It's working here.